Today I am going to discuss moment, skewness and kurtosis. So first let me explain moments. Now moments can be defined in various ways. We can define central moment, we can define non-central moment, we can define raw moment. Now rth order central moment can be defined as 1 by n summation of xi minus x bar whole to the power r. Rth order non-central moment is defined by the formula 1 by n summation of xi minus a whole to the power r. And rth order raw moment takes the formula 1 by n summation of xi minus 0 whole to the power r, that is 1 by n summation of xi to the power r. So for central moment we are considering x bar here. For defining the non-central moment we are considering a, an arbitrary constant here, and for defining the raw moment we are considering 0. So here the deviation is from 0. So that is, then we, in that case we will get the raw moment. Now we consider the relationship between central moment and non-central moment. So rth order central moment is 1 by n summation of xi minus x bar whole to the power r, and rth order non-central moment is 1 by n summation of xi minus a whole to the power r. Now we will consider the relationship between the two. So here we consider the relationship between central and non-central moment. So we are denoting the central moment by mr. So rth order central moment is denoted by mr. So this is equal to 1 by n summation of xi minus x bar whole to the power r. And the non-central moment, the rth order non-central moment is denoted by mr dash or mr prime. So mr prime is equal to 1 by n summation of xi minus a whole to the power. So this is the rth order non-central moment, and that is denoted by mr dash or mr prime. And the central moment, rth order central moment is defined by mr, is denoted by mr. Now from here we can write 1 by n summation of xi minus a, then minus x bar minus a whole to the power r, where I is from 1 to 2. So here I is from 1 to 2. So now we are subtracting the arbitrary constant a, and then we are adding that arbitrary constant. So we are getting back the same expression xi minus x bar by doing this. Now from here, if we expand this, then we will get 1 by n summation of, then within bracket we will get xi minus a whole to the power r minus r c1 xi minus a whole to the power r minus 1. Then we have x bar minus a. Then the third term that we will get is plus rc2 xi minus a whole to the power r minus 2, and the other term that we will get is x bar minus a whole square, and the last term is minus 1 whole to the power r x bar minus a whole to the power r. So here we are simply applying the formula of series expansion. So we are expanding this series and then we are getting this. Now what is x bar minus a? If we consider the rth order non-central moment, then mr dash is equal to 1 by n summation of xi minus x bar whole to the power r. Now if we consider r is equal to 1, then m1 dash is equal to 1 by n summation of xi minus x bar whole to the power 1. So in that case here we will get x bar, sorry, here we are considering the non-central moment, so mr dash is equal to 1 by n summation of xi minus a whole to the power r. So in that case, by putting the value r is equal to 1, we will be getting m1 dash is equal to 1 by n summation of xi minus a whole to the power 1. So in place of r, we are putting the value 1. So this will be xi minus a within the summation, and then from there we will get x bar minus. So what we got, m1 dash or m1 prime is equal to x bar minus a. So this is 1 by n in summation of this, and then in the first term that we are getting here is xi minus a. So let me rewrite this equation again. So mr, on the left hand side we have mr, so on the right hand side we are getting 1 by n summation of xi minus a whole to the power r, then we are getting minus rc1 xi minus a whole to the power r minus 1, and then x bar minus a. The third term that we are getting is rc2 xi minus a whole to the power r minus 2, and the other term is x bar minus a whole square, and the last term is minus 1 whole to the power r x bar minus a whole to the power r. Now in place of all these x bar minus a, we can write m1 dash. Now if we consider the first term with the summation and 1 by n, then this first term represents m r dash. This is the rth order non-central moment. In the second term we will get minus rc1. Then this term with the summation and 1 by n, this term represents the r minus 1th order non-central moment. So then we can write m r minus 1 dash, and this term represents what? This term represents m1 dash. So in place of x bar minus a, we can write m1 dash. So this is m1 dash. So this is the second term, and then the third term that we will get is rc2. Then this term with the summation and 1 by n represents the r minus 2th order non-central moment. So that we can write here. So this is m r minus 2 dash, and in place of x bar minus a whole square, we can write m1 dash square, m1 dash square, and then the last term becomes m1 dash whole to the power r. So with this term minus 1 whole to the power r, we are getting m1 dash whole to the power r in the last term. So we are rewriting this here. So mr is equal to m r dash minus rc1 m r minus 1 dash, then m1 dash plus rc2 m dash r minus 2, then m1 dash square. So this is the third term. Then the fourth term becomes rc3 m dash r minus 3, and here we will get m1 dash q and so on. And then the last term that we will get is minus 1 whole to the power r m1 dash whole to the power. Now we will be considering different values of r. Now before that, let me derive this. If I write m r prime, so that m r prime is equal to 1 by n summation of xi minus a whole to the power r. So then what is m0 prime? So in place of r I am putting the value 0. So m0 prime becomes 1 by n summation of xi minus a whole to the power 0. Now what we know, something to the power 0 is equal to 1. So within this summation we will get 1. So summation of 1. So in that case that is n. So 1 by n into n becomes 1. So m0 prime, the value of m0 prime is 1. Now here we are putting the value, we are considering r is equal to 2. So if r is equal to 2, then on the left hand side we have m2, that is the second order central moment, and on the right hand side we have m2 prime minus 2c1. Now what is the value of 2c1? The value of 2c1 is 2. So we can write here 2, then mr minus 1. So in place of r we are putting the value 2. So this becomes m1 prime, and we have another m1 prime here, so this becomes m1 prime whole square. Then here this becomes 2c2. Now the value of 2c2 is 1. So this will become 1. So then 1 into, then this is 2. So 2 minus 2, so here we will get m0 prime. So that we can write here m0 prime, and then we have m1 dash square. And since the value of r is 2 here, then we will have to stop here, because this term will not be considered in this case. So we have to stop here. So from here if we simplify this, then we will get m2 prime minus 2 m1 dash square. Then we have already derived that the value of m0 dash is equal to 1. So then this becomes m1 dash square, because this becomes 1. So from here we can get m2 dash minus m1 dash square. So m2 is equal to m2 dash, where m2 dash represents the second order non-central moment, and m1 minus m1 dash square, where m1 dash represents the first order non-central moment. So this is the relationship between the central moment and the non-central moment when the value of r is equal to 2. Now next we consider the relationship when the value of r is 3. So when r is equal to 3, then on the left hand side we get m3. On the right hand side we get, the first term becomes m3 dash, then this is 3c1. Now what is the value of 3c1? This is factorial 3, this is factorial 1, this is factorial 2. So 3 into 2 by 2. So this becomes 3. So minus 3. Then in place of r we are putting 3. So this becomes m2 dash, and this is m1 dash. Then the third term becomes 3c2. Now what is the value of 3c2? 3c2 is factorial 3 by factorial 2 by factorial 1. So in that case 3 into 2 by 2. So this is also 3. So plus 3. So in place of rc2 we are getting 3 here when r is equal to 3. Then we have m dash r minus 2. Now in place of r we are putting 3. So then this becomes m dash m1 dash or m1 prime, and we have here m1 dash whole square. So this becomes m1 dash whole cube. So this is the third term. Then in the fourth term, we are getting 3c3. Now the value of 3c3 is 1. So then here we will be getting 1, and then here it is r minus 3. So 3 minus 3 is 0. So m0 prime. We will get m0 prime or m0 dash. And then there is m1 dash q. So we will have to stop here, because beyond this we will not get anything. So we will have to stop here. Now we have to simplify this. So m3 dash minus 3 m2 dash, then m1 dash, then plus 3 m1 dash whole cube. Now what is the value of m0 dash? It is 1. So m0 dash is 1. So here we can put the value 1. So in that case we will get minus 1 m1 dash cube. So minus m1 dash cube. Now from here we are getting m. So here we are getting m3 is equal to, so if we simplify this, here we will get 2 m1 dash cube, and we are getting m3 is equal to m3 dash minus 3 m2 dash m1 dash plus 2 m1 cube to the power 3. And this represents the third order non-central moment, this represents the second order non-central moment, and this represents the first order non-central moment, and on the left hand side we have the third order non-central moment. So this is the relationship between the central moment and the non-central moment when the value of r is equal to 3.